It is the January transfer window and we've already made a couple of new signings either on free transfers or in on loan. Also today is the German Cup third round when we take on Wolfsburg from the Bundesliga. Let's get into today's episode to find out who's arrived at the club and see how we do in the Cup. Welcome back then guys to the Red Devil Revival, here now for episode 26 of our Road to Glory series here with Kaiserslautern. Now, of course, today, as I've already mentioned in the intro, we are into the January transfer window. New players have arrived. No one has left the club yet, but we have got a bid on one of our players, and today is the German Cup third round. We have unfortunately finally lost our unbeaten streak as well, but I'll get into all of that very shortly. Of course, if you missed the previous episode, guys, there'll be a link right above me for you to go back and watch that video where we took on St. Pauli in a very much promotion 6-pointer, and we also played up against, at the time, bottom of the league, Eintracht Braunschweig. And also, guys, before we do get going in today's video properly, if you do enjoy today's episode, please do go down and chuck a like onto the video. As I always say, every like massively does help the channel out. And of course, if you're looking forward to seeing any more of my content here on LS Plays FM, such as my FM21 Tactics videos, the latest course which went live last week on the channel, then do make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell to be notified when any of my content here on YouTube goes live. Now then though, let's get into today's video properly. I've brought in, I think, 4 or 5 players already into the squad. A lot of my younger players who may not necessarily get into the first team straight away, but we've made a bit of business. As I say, we've got a bid on one player possibly leaving, and form's been a bit hit and miss. We've been on a massive break in terms of games because there's been the Qatar World Cup. There's also been the winter break as well that you get in Germany. So the scheduling's all over the place at the moment. It really, really is. But we, of course, have the Cup to look forward to in the only match that we are going to be playing in today's video. In terms of the schedule and how we've gotten on since last time out, of course, last episode we played St. Pauli and Braunschweig. Fantastic 3-0 win against St. Pauli. Couldn't believe quite how well we played, and then we followed that up with an absolutely appalling performance against Braunschweig where we drew 2-2 at home. We then followed that up with an even better performance when we went and lost away to Holstein Kiel, and I was absolutely fuming after this game. We were awful defensively, offensively, creating chances, goalkeeping, everything in this match was bad. Anything that could go wrong went wrong in this match. Basically, it was terrible. It was so awful. Before this, we had an unbeaten streak of 16 games in all competitions, and that went straight into the bin when the players decided they couldn't be bothered to turn up. And yeah, it didn't quite go well. We then had the World Cup break, as you can see here, where we had a huge amount of friendlies. And then we came back after doing a tour of the UK and a couple of other teams. I can't remember exactly who else we played. We then beat Ingolstadt 4-2 at home. A very, very tough game. And Ingolstadt scored late on, and I wasn't sure what was going to be happening. But thankfully for us, Samuel Militieri scored 4 goals in this game, of which 3 of them came in the last 10 minutes of the game. It was 1-1 going into the 80th minute, and then there was 4 goals scored in less than 15 minutes, basically. It was a bit nuts, all things considered. But thankfully we won it, and that win, as a result, means in the second Bundesliga, we currently sit in 3rd position. We have actually dropped out of the automatic promotion spots because of the loss to Holstein Kiel and the drop points against Braunschweig. Fortuna Düsseldorf have leapfrogged us, and we are level on points currently with both Nuremberg and St. Pauli. Basically, there's a massive drop-off once you get to 6th and below, but all the teams up and around the top 5 are all really, really competitive, and it's really frustrating because as soon as we drop points, the other teams just catch up with us, but all the other teams around us keep dropping points too. But it's very, very annoying. Militieri is having a great year. He's currently both top goal scorer and the highest performer in the league. Salas is up there with the most assists as well. So going forward, we're doing really well. There's a few issues here and there defensively, but hopefully we can sort it out. In terms of the transfers, I'll run through you who has come into the club. We also have 2 deals agreed which will happen in the summer, both for regen, new gen players, youngsters basically arriving into the team. The first player is very much a backup, kind of just goes into the second team, but he's a young German player, Lenny Borges. I'm not quite sure. He's a 2-star current ability player, 3-star potential. He's decent. He's on a very cheap deal. He's got a bit of value to his name, so we could maybe sell him on, but he's homegrown. I think he joins us from Bayern Munich second team. Oh no, Milan actually. He was at Milan but was on loan at Bayern Munich. I don't really understand that. But he is here at the team. He probably won't be playing at all, but he's available anyway, and it's quite handy. We then signed 2 young regen players, both from TNS, the new Saints over in Wales. We've also agreed a third, which will be arriving in the summer. And these are all regen players who I am really, really excited for. The first is Lee Bailey, who is an English central midfielder, I think with Welsh nationality, because of course he plays for TNS. And yeah, he's a very versatile player, can basically play central midfield, attacking midfield, striker, and even on the right flank where he won't be playing anyway because we don't play wingers. But he's a decent player. I was very, very tempted to actually start him today, but I am going to give him game time throughout the season. And hopefully he can develop. He's available for the second team as well. He's a really, really good player. On a free transfer as well, I don't think there's anything to lose with this deal because inevitably we could end up just selling him to an English club later down the line, make a nice bit of money on him. On top of Bailey arriving, we also signed Rudy Crowley, another English regen, again from TNS. This player is probably not quite as good in terms of his potential, but I think he's better currently anyway in terms of his ability. He's more of a ball-winning midfielder, slightly more defensive type of player, can play both central midfield and defensive midfield, can also apparently play right back, maybe, even though he's a left footer. I don't really understand that. But basically, the point of him coming in is he's going to be play central midfielder or defensive midfielder. Just as a backup, probably again, look to inevitably sell him later down the line. But he's a decent option. He can certainly do a job, can Rudy. So he also comes in, and also I love the fact he has 20 aggression. I just find that quite funny. And then after that, we've signed 2 players on loan. One from Liverpool and one from Roma. And the reason why is both at the moment, Hertz looks like he's going to be leaving, as does Butson. So we've brought in 2 new wing-backs into the squad. Nico Williams from Liverpool is absolutely fantastic. He's a 4-star current ability player for us currently. 5-star potential. He's absolutely phenomenal. He's far too good for this level. He should be playing in the Bundesliga or in the Premier League. But we've got him for the next 6 months, and I'm hoping we can maybe extend it should we end up going up. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, he's phenomenal at this level, especially going forward. The boy can cross for days, so I'm hoping he can really, really help with us in terms of getting assists and defending very well for the team. In addition, for Nico, we also signed a new left-back in Riccardo Calafiori, who joins us from Roma, again for 6 months until the end of the season, but I'm hoping I can keep him for longer than that maybe. And a really, really good option. Again, much like Williams, very good going forward. Probably slightly better defensively than Williams. Maybe not quite as good physically, but still a really, really good option. Another Italian to add to the Italian just squad that we're building. It's either Italians, English, or Spanish we seem to have. We have very few Germans, but that's just quite how it goes. The Germans are all very expensive, I have generally been finding. In terms of who we've had bids on, we've currently got a bid on Philip Hercher. There's a bid of £150,000 for him. His contract expires in the summer, and he currently doesn't want to negotiate a deal, so I'm going to be letting him go. And I'm also trying to get Niels Butson out of the squad as well. But that is currently all of our transfer business at the moment. There is likely going to be more both in and out before the end of this window, I would highly imagine. But let's get into our very first game of today's episode, the only one of today's episode, when we face Wolfsburg in the German Cup 3rd round. We are at home, and I'm going with a very, very strong side. We're playing Fruchtel, our backup keeper in net, because he has agreed to play in the cup game, so I want to give him this game, even if it means lose a slight bit of ability by not having Krapicas. We're going to start Fruchtel. Hopefully he does a good job. He's then Ceccherini, Ramos and Nielsen, the usual back three we're used to seeing. Williams comes straight in at right back. Oliveira, or Diego Oliveira as I've now nicknamed him because it's just a little bit easier than trying to say his full name. He starts as the ball midfielder on support. I played him there in the game against Ingolstadt. He came in on at half time and he was phenomenally good. He got I think he got 3 assists or 2 assists in that game after coming in on off the bench. So I'm starting him here. We'll see how he gets on. It's then Calafiori at left back. Both of the new wing backs are starting today. Salas and Maria both start in midfield, and Pellegrini and Mulattieri both start up front. It's worth noting with those 2 boys up front, I have both for them agreed to extend their loans for another year. So they'll be staying with us till at least the end of next season now. And hopefully that'll be when we're in the Bundesliga. We'll have to, of course, wait and see. But regardless if we go up or stay in the same division, they are with us next season as well, which will be really, really handy. Now then, let's get into this game, of course, the only one of today's episode. And let's see how we do. It could be a short episode if it ends up being a very, very quick game. We need to give him a number. I don't really have many available. We'll give him 23, which is Hertz's number. Hertz's probably been leaving anyway. So we'll give Calafiori, our new left back, Hertz's number instead. Let's get straight into it. Wolfsburg are playing. They're managed by Luis Enrique. I didn't realise that. They've got some decent players in that side. And Vogo in net's all right. Pongracic at centre-back and Bullocks are pretty decent. Rusinian's a very decent left-back. They've got Schlager and Maximilian Arnold. Oh, they've got Daniel Marlon, who no doubt is going to score many goals against me. He always scores whenever I play him. Ezekiel Barker and De Boer. I presume they're playing a 4-3-3 then in terms of those front men that they've got on that pitch. We'll have a look and see. Let's get into the match preview. How are they lining up. Because we are at home, so hopefully the home advantage may help. And the way we play could work into our favour, because obviously we like teams attacking us and counter-attacking, so Wolfsburg are definitely going to do that. They're on pretty awful form, and they are indeed playing a 4-3-3 with Marlon on that right-hand side. Come on, lads. If we can somehow beat Wolfsburg, that will be absolutely crazy. I don't know if this game goes to extra time penalties. I think it does. I don't think they have replays in German football, so we'll have to wait and see. But as I say, if we can beat them, it'll be a nice prize money boost. I think this match is on TV, so we're going to get a decent amount of TV money too, and also it's going to be a good attendance. Barco puts the ball in, and okay, no one wanted to mark John Anthony Brooks, which considering the man is pretty damn tall. How tall is Brooks? He's got to be 6'3", or 6'4", he is. Yeah, not great defending there, lad. Managed to get away with it just about. And there's another highlight here. Another Barco set piece. And this time Fine is the one who strikes it. But thankfully, it goes just wide of the post. I'm going to be honest. I'm not feeling overly confident based on the opening few minutes. But I say that. Other than those set pieces, Wolfsburg have done very, very little. And we are doing quite well in terms of nullifying them going forward. We've had arguably more shots. They've had slightly better XG than us. And okay, a highlight where we've actually got the ball at our feet here. Ramos starts it off. It then goes to Salas and then Ceccherini. Now Nico Williams, of course, his debut. Salas up to Pellegrini. Even come on, Pietro Pellegrini. Oh, Pietro Pellegrini, how are you doing that? I just realised I said his name wrong twice then, didn't I? But how has he not scored? Oh, that was a golden opportunity. He's been on such decent form all season. I thought he was going to score. Of course, this is the first game for about 4 weeks in terms of competitive fixtures, which isn't ideal. Oh, damn, that could be that one chance you get against a big team. I'm going to say get back out there, grab that goal for us, we can win. So I'm saying defensively not been great because we haven't. They've conceded a few stupid little set pieces. Midfield-wise, they haven't been. I'm going to say the same to the actual attackers. I think we can do better. I think this game is there for the taking. Wolfsburg are on poor form. We are on pretty decent form, excluding that one defeat we did have before the World Cup break. And so far, the lads are doing absolutely nothing in this game. I'm going to go and say encourage. All that's really happening is a lot of yellow cards. Barco with another set piece. A corner gets put in. Ceccherini heads it clear. Come on, let's counter-attack. Pellegrini, let's go, son. Play it to Militieri. He hasn't done as of yet, but he's going all the way, apparently, Pellegrini. Please. Oh, what a goal from Pietro Pellegrini. Oh, what a goal, son. He's 13th for the season. He ran the whole length of the pitch then. And he put in a wonderful effort to beat Jan Mvogo there, the Wolfsburg keeper. What a goal. I thought he'd overran it and he was just too tight of an angle. He was going to complete balls it up. But what a strike. I mean, Mvogo should be doing better there at his near post. All hands down. 100% should be doing better there. But I do not care. Well done, Pietro. Really, really good goal. And we're going to have to make some substitutes because, first of all, Maria is struggling. He's just coming back from an injury. So we'll get him off the pitch. We'll get Melamed. Actually, no, we're going to get Bailey. We're going to get Lee Bailey, the newly signed player, honours the Mazzala. He can play that role. And Calafiori's got a slight knock. Apparently a potential lower leg injury. So we'll get Debok on in his place. And hopefully that doesn't weaken us too much there. That's a decent ball. Pellegrini. Oh, I thought it was going to be a mix-up between Brooks and Mvogo then, but he just about gets there before him. Unlucky there from Pietro. Really dangerous ball put in by Calafiori there, the new left-back. Unfortunately, just gets beaten to it, does Pellegrini by Mvogo. Lovely tackle there, Maria. Just he's about to get subbed off. Calafiori can keep it on the pitch. He runs it off for a corner. Okay, well, pretty good he's coming off the pitch then, but okay. I'm going to say demand more to the lads. I don't know. I just don't. I wish we had Ritter on the bench because I think Ritter could be a really good player to bring on with his set pieces, but he's not fit currently. He's coming back from an injury. I think he did his ankle in the off-season on the winter break, which is a bit of a shame. Hang on, Debok, great interception. Come on, can we counter? Up to Militieri. He's done nothing all game. Militieri, what's he going to do? He plays with Debok, who shoots. Oh my days, I don't know if Mvogo saved that or if it hit the post, but what a chance, what a golden opportunity that was. Right, we need to change things up. Okay, I'm going to make a change. Salas is absolutely shattered, so I'm going to get Melamed on in his place. We'll swap these two over because I think that's probably a better thing to do. We're going to go cautious. We're going to go a bit of time wasting. We're going to go more disciplined. We're going to stop passing into space just to try and not lose the ball too often. And Oliveira can go more defensive for this bit of time. We're also going to get Melamed to go more supportive as well. Come on, lads. Come on, we've got 5 minutes and we claim a massive scalp here up against... Oh no, there's another corner. Bracalo here, puts it in. Benkovic, basically a free-header at the far post. We are very, very lucky there. Okay, going to make another change. I'm going to get Debok to go more defensive. I'm also going to get us to go on to fully defensive and go full on time wasting and lower the tempo and stop the overlap on those wing backs. Okay, there's 5 minutes added time. Okay, very defensive. Can we do it? Into the last minute. Oh, we actually have. We've beaten a Bundesliga side at home. Fantastic performance. I mean, you look at the stats. XG-wise, perhaps Wolfsburg did deserve to have a goal. But it was a pretty even game. And we were the clinical of the two sides. We made our chances count. And we bloody knocked them out. Fantastic. Outstretched arms. People have written us off. We were massive, massive underdogs going into that game. We really, really were. Brilliant stuff. And I think that means we're into the quarter-final. You can see there how much money we've been given. £650,000 just for playing in that game. And when do we take part in the next round? It is indeed the quarter-final, which takes place at the beginning of February. So without a doubt, guys, we are going to be coming back for that next round of the Cup. Of course, we're going to have a couple of games to play against Bock and Bielefeld and Heidenheim. And, of course, any other January business that does take place. But without a doubt, we have got to come back for that game. The quarter-final, the DFB Pokal, the German Cup. Who are left in the competition? You've got Mönchengladbach, you've got Stuttgart, Hoffenheim, Bayern Munich, Augsburg, Cologne and Greuther Fürth. So there are some beatable sides now. Augsburg, Cologne and Greuther Fürth, definitely beatable sides. Even really Stuttgart, who went up from our league last season. Very, very winnable games. Bayern, Hoffenheim, Mönchengladbach, you probably want to kind of avoid. But the rest of them, very, very much doable indeed. Of course, we'll find out who we get drawn against next time around. We actually come back for the game. But that is what we're going to be doing, guys. In next episode is the German Cup quarter-final. Overall, though, guys, that just about wraps up this video here today. And I cannot believe that we've just done that against Wolfsburg from the Bundesliga. Absolutely class performance from the lads. Really, really decent job defensively. And going forward, we were clinical when we needed to be. And we took that one chance that we needed to get past them. Really, really top stuff from the lads. And I'm really excited in terms of some of the players we brought in. Some of those youngsters I think could really do a good job. And those two new wing-backs I think could really help sort out the team. I've been really, really frustrated by our wing-backs all season. I think they've been two of the weakest areas of the sides. I mean, Williams and Calafiori coming in, I think two real improvements. I'm still interested in maybe another centre-back, but I'm not too sure what we're going to do about that. We'll have to wait and see. But of course, any more business that takes place we'll run through in next episode when we take part in the German Cup quarter-final. But guys, I really hope you have enjoyed today's video. If you have, please do go and chuck a like down onto the video. As I always say, it mass does help the channel out. And if you're looking forward to seeing any more of my content here on YouTube, guys, such as the FM21 Tactics videos or the Red Devil Revival series, then do make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell to be notified when any of my content here on YouTube goes live. Now then, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again next time.